Perfect. I think we're ready for problem number 4 on practice test 2. We did a little bit of skipping around, not much yesterday, because I knew we were going to have this quiz today. Hopefully you all got it right. Did great. Well, you better have, because the quiz is only worth 5, but your bonus is 4. So, yeah. All right, so here we go. Write the equation of this thing. All right, you talked a little bit about this yesterday. What is step 1? What is the first thing you want to do? What? We got to put our parentheses. And since there are 1, 2, 3 x-intercepts, going to be 3 parentheses. X plus 2 minus 3 minus 5. All right, we good there? Now, step 2. This is the one we forget sometimes. What is step 2?
You gotta put the square.
We have to put in the squares. You need to put your powers on. You will not get the right number out here in front if you don't have squares on here. So which ones are going to get squares?
2 and
The
5.
x plus 2 and the x minus 5.
Yeah.
Is that okay with everybody? Chase, where's your reindeer? Get that out so we can see. Okay. Now what? Last step. Step 3. Plug in 6 for y and 1 for x.
Bless you.
Remember, 6 is y. So 6 goes into y. All right, then we just do the math. 1 plus 2 is 3, but it's squared, so it's 9. 1 minus 3 is just negative 2. 1 minus 5 is negative 4, but it's squared, so it's 16. And then we're going to multiply all these together. I think I get negative 288. And then I'll divide. And remember, this number often comes out crazy. Don't be surprised. Those are both divisible by 2. So that'll be negative 3 over 144, which is divisible by 3. So that's negative 1 over 48. And that is my answer. I just checked some homework. And a couple people are still putting just the number in the answer. Like, you do all this work, I get it. You did all this, and you got negative 1 over 48, but that isn't the answer. That's the coefficient on the rest of the answer. So the whole equation goes in the answer line. Right? You
Yeah.
okay with that? Okay. Next. Number 5, we haven't done this one either. This one looks a lot like the quiz you just took.
Yeah.
Done it. What's the problem? It doesn't group. Look at it. We talked about this before. I can take out an x squared. I can even take out a negative 2. But the problem is, when I do that, these don't match.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work. This doesn't work. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to follow the directions. Because the directions say, list the possible rational roots. are they gonna be? They're gonna
Plus or
be
minus 1, 2, 4.
factors of 1, 2, and 4, or factors of 4, which are 1, 2, and 4,
Plus or minus 1.
over 1. So I have 1, 2, and 4. Go plus or minus 1, 2, and 4. Then it says, find them. So what do I do?
2. Oh, synthetic division.
I pick one, right? So what do you want to pick? And you look good?
2.
And I'm gonna divide it out. Now, you can pick whatever you want. I picked 2 because someone picked 2. You can pick whatever you want as long as it's in this list, including negatives. You can pick negative 2. But I like 2. I think it worked. What do you think?
Yeah.
Our job is to find the roots. One of them is 2. I am not graphing this problem, but if I were, I would have a dot at 2. All right, where do I go from here? What?
X squared plus 4x.
Yep, that's exactly right. X squared plus 4x plus 2, right here.
Yeah.
Now what?
You wanna plug it in?
I don't plug anything in at this point.
Sure, but factor
This
it
is a
out. You
quadratic.
gotta factor it.
So once it comes out to be an x squared, then I'm either gonna do this, which I don't think is gonna work.
Quadratic?
Quadratic formula. You will have one problem on the test where you have to use the quadratic formula. We had one on practice test 1, now we have one on practice test 2, and we'll have one on. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now I'm old, I do this for a living, I've done this a million times, so I just rattle that off. You might want to write down what A, B, and C are. You might want to actually write the formula, and then you can just plug in your numbers. That might be easier for you. Okay, what's under the radical? 8. What do you know about the square root of 8?
Is it 2?
Square root of 8 is not 2.
It's 2 roots of
8,
It's a perfect square.
not a perfect square. But 8 is 2 times 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. So this is 2 radical 2. And this is the problem that never ends. What do you notice about it now? You don't notice that all of those are divisible by 2, and so we're going to cancel. So my answers are going to end up being negative 2 plus or minus root 2 over 1, which I'm not even going to write down. So my first answer was 2, that's the one we guessed. My other 2 answers came from the quadratic formula. That's all of this work is just those 2 answers. Brian, you paying attention? Brian, paying attention?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just did yes. Hold on.
question? So now we're ready for number 7. All right, here's your equation, you're gonna sketch it. What do we do?
Plot 'em.
Plot it. So we're gonna plot 1 and label it. Oh my gosh. Some of you are still not labeling. We good with that? And then, what's the next step? Please don't start drawing yet.
You gotta count the
You
eggs.
gotta count up how many you got, that's exactly right. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
5 is odd. Odd starts down here. Now, what do I have to always double check on? Is there a negative out here? There is not. So odds start down here. Boys and girls?
Yeah.
So here we go. What do I do when I hit that dot?
Go
I
through it.
go right through it and connect. What do I do when I hit that one?
Bounce.
That one bounces because it came from here. What do I do when I hit that one?
Ouch.
That's what I do. So that's what my picture looks like. Try to pay attention. All right, good job. Everybody okay with that? All right, now we're going on to number 8. All right, this is our variation problem. So you know there's going to be one of these on the test. So you know you're either going to have box equals K box or box equals K over box. That's what we're going to have. So let's read the problem and you tell me is it 1 or 2? 2. This one. This is inverse. Pressure varies inversely as volume. So P equals K over V. That is going to be every step I take in this problem, that's what it's going to look like. If the pressure is 80, the volume is 16. Now, force yourself to stop there because that tells you what K is, doesn't it? What's 80 times 16? So we have 1280 for our K. All right? Then what? Well, what does the next one say?
Divided by 40.
Find the pressure. No pressure. Find the pressure when the volume is 40, but you just figured out K was 1280.
Yeah.
So isn't your pressure gonna be 1280 divided by 40, which is
32.
32? All right, now we have another polynomial that we are going to find the factors and sketch. that's why I'm having you list the rational roots, because you're gonna have to guess, right? That's what we're gonna have to do. So what are our possible rational roots, plus or minus? 1, 2, 4, and 8. And technically, they're over 1, but since it's 1, I'm not gonna write it down. One more time. If that had been a 2, it wasn't. But if that had been a 2, this would be over 2 and 1, factors of 2. And that would have still been the 1, 2, 4, and 8. But it also would have been 1/2, 1 over 2, 2 over 2, which I already have, 4 over 2, which I already have, and 8 over 2 I already have. But that 1/2 would have to be included in your list. Okay, so every top number over every bottom number. But it wasn't a 2, it was a 1. So there's my list. So what do we do now?
You gotta get it. Wow.
Pick 1, 2. You guys always pick 2. And it seems like it works for you. And it did again. So this time we are actually going to be sketching. So I'm going to go ahead and plot my 2. If a number gives you 0, it is a 0. Now where do we go?
Factors.
X squared plus 5x plus 4. Can everybody get that?
Yeah.
And then what do we do with that? We
Factor.
try to factor it. We had one a minute ago that didn't factor. So we either factor it or we use the quadratic formula, right? I think this one does factor.
Yeah.
How does it factor?
4 and 1.
X plus 4, x plus 1. Which means that I have a dot on my x-axis at -4 and another one at -1.
Yeah.
Any bouncing going on? Hey, take our coat off. It's supposed to be in uniform. Any bouncing going on?
No.
No. I'm gonna start right down here. Connect the dots. There we go. That's it. Now, this was question A, and this is question C. B, I didn't quite finish. B says, find the factors. Here are 2 of them. Right here, I factored that thing, and that's what I got. There is a 3rd factor though. See how you have 3 dots? You gotta have 3 factors. So the other factor is
-2.
x minus -2, minus 2, right? Look at your picture. Wouldn't that have to be x minus 2? For the 17th zillionth time, when you put a number into parentheses or take one out, you gotta change the sign. Right? Okay. Number 10. Cross it off. You're not responsible for number 10. I decided not to do that. So you don't have to do it. That problem will be on your test, but I will have done it for you. It will already be done. So you do not need to worry about it. Mrs. Ford, why'd you leave it on the test? Because I'm the nicest person in the world. I want to give you points for it. So you get points when you do it. Right? All right, number 11. I know. You're welcome. Thank you. Which are polynomials? If not, why not? Number 11.
No.
A is a no, and remember, if all you say is no, it's minus 1/2. Because you have to tell me why. So what is it? Variable in the denominator. Can't have one. Can't have an x or variable in the denominator. How about B?
Yes.
That's a yes. No, B's a yes. B's a yes.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with B. Remember your 4 rules. They're all good. All right, how about C?
Yes.
C's a yes. Sometimes that radical messes us up, but remember, radicals are only bad if there's an x under them. So that's all good. Oh, speaking of which, D will be a no, because you can't have an x or a variable underneath your radical. How about E?
Yes.
Good, it's good, it's fine. So what are the 2 rules? These are, they have a lot of yeses here. What are the other 2 rules? No fractional exponents, no negative exponents. And I didn't have that in this problem. Got it?
Yep.
All right, 12, write the equation of the linear function. Who remembers what we do here?
Make him parentheses.
Make them ordered pairs. Yep, so we have 1, 4, 3, 8.
Smoke?
Well, I gotta do something before I'm ready to build an equation. What do I have to find?
Find the slope.
Gotta find my slope. So my slope is y minus y over x minus x. Now I want everybody to lie in the room looking up here. When you do slope, it does not matter if you do left minus right or right minus left. It doesn't matter. But you have to do both letters the same way. Okay? So if I do 8 minus 4, then I gotta do 3 minus 1. Got it? Mistakes in slope are half off. I'm done messing with it. We're gonna get slope right. It's time. If you do 4 minus 8, fine. But then you gotta do 1 minus 3. Alright, so anyhow, our slope is 2. Now, Grayson, I'm gonna go to my point slope form. I'm gonna pick a point. Y minus y equals 2 slope. X minus the x. I'll distribute. Add my 4 over. And it looks like my function is f of x equals 2x plus 2. How did that look? Did I make a mistake, or is that what you got? Okay? Anybody have a question about that? B12B is, I told you the other day, I think personally, the hardest question on the test. And the reason that it's hard is because we tend to forget what the equation of a parabola looks like in its vertex form. So let's review that. This is the equation of a parabola. Would you agree with me that that is a parabola? How do I know it's a parabola? Some squares. Squares are parabolas. Parabolas, when I studied my BFFs, they look like this. this one doesn't look like that. This one has been moved. It's not at the origin anymore. How has it been moved?
Up nine.
It went up 9 and it went right 3. So its vertex is at 3,9. Would you agree with that? You need to know that. Because now you're going to use that idea to write this equation. So this equation is going to have a vertex right 3 up 1. So x minus 3 squared plus 1. That moves it right 3 and
Up
up
one.
1. What do you still need to figure out?
Number out in front.
The number out in front. And how do we always figure out the number out in front, no matter what kind of equation it is?
Look at that.
We plug in the other point. So the vertex goes in here. The vertex actually goes into the equation, becomes part of the equation. That point is the y and the x that I'm going to plug in for y and x and find my number out front. So, -4 minus 3, -7, but it's squared, so it's 49. That 49 is hooked to A. Don't add it to 1. Instead, you're going to do what?
Subtract it.
Subtract the 1 and divide. So it looks like the number out in front is 1 over 49. And that is the equation. Okay? Finally, number 13, 2 problems where you have the equation and you have to find the vertex, axis of symmetry, and direction of opening. And can you tell me anything about this?
Opens up.
Opens up. Everybody gets that right. Oh my gosh, except the people who missed it. It opens up because that is positive.
So the axis of symmetry is -3.
Ew. Does it matter? I think I wrote it, but I can't remember.
Axis of symmetry is -3.
I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be negative
A.
b over 2a, which is -6 over 2 1s. So did you say -3? You're right. The axis of symmetry is x equals -3. Guess what happens if you don't write x equals? You miss points. Come on. We're mathematicians. The axis is a line. That means my vertex is -3 comma something.
Yeah, you have
Guys,
to plug
these
it in.
numbers are always the same. They're always the same. So,
You plug it in. You plug it in.
plug
at
in
three.
-3. Careful with your arithmetic. So -3 squared, 6 times -3 minus 4. What's -3 squared? 9. Minus 18 minus 4. -13. Easy. All right, you do the next one. open.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get those points. What's A? What's A in the problem? What is A? 3? A. A.
It's 2.
Oh.
What is A
Oh,
in the
2.
problem? A is 3. What's B in the problem? Negative 12. C is 0. We don't really care about that because we don't need it for axis of symmetry. But the C is 0. Yesterday we had one where B was 0, which is fine. That can happen. Pay attention. All right, so x equals negative B over 2a. Is this why you kept saying 2?
Yeah.
Your axis of symmetry is x equals 2. Which means your vertex is 2, comma something. Comma what?
Negative 12.
I got negative 12. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Practice test 3. Number 1 is the same kind of problem. Did I tell you your test is Tuesday? I think I heard that. Your test is Tuesday. All right, here we go. Which way do I open? Both of these open up, don't they? A lot of ups. If we put a negative in front of there, it would open. Yeah, that is the only, I mean, it's either up or down, it's either positive or negative. All right, our axis of symmetry. Positive 4 over 2 1/2.
1.
2 1/2 is just 1.
So it's 4.
So it's 4. Your axis of symmetry is 4.
You got it right, x equals.
X equals 4. And then that means my vertex is 4. So we'll plug in 4.
16.
So what's 4 squared? 4 squared?
16.
16. What's half of 16? I got negative 6. Now those of you that sit there and let me do the arithmetic, please make sure you can do it yourself. Alright. X equals negative b over 2a. I got negative 6 for this one. My axis of symmetry is x equals negative 6. All right, let's find y. helps a lot. Alright.
I got, negative 40.
Negative 40, so did I. Negative 40. It's 36 plus negative 72 minus 4. So it's negative 40. Perfect. Number 2, all our favorites. Which are polynomials? A.
No.
No, because
No,
X in the denominator. Right? Case you locked in?
Yeah, I was looking at the last problem. I did
B.
something wrong.
No,
No.
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 Negative
You can't
exponent.
have a negative
Exponent.
exponent. C.
Yes.
Yes. D.
No, yes.
Yes. Nothing wrong with D. E, however,
No.
can't
No
have
X
X
in the radical.
under the
Radical.
radical. All good?
Yeah.
Number 3, cross it off. That's your freebie. Number 3 is your freebie. Cross it off. Number 4, I've already done this problem. We did one just like it earlier. Do I have a volunteer who would come up and do number 4 on the board with us? Here we go. Here come the volunteers. Did you want to do it too? Do it over here. Or do it number 4? You do it over there. What should the rest of you be doing while our wonderful volunteers are up here?
The problem.
You're doing it at your seats, right? All doing number 4. Brian got y equals 6x plus 2. I am going to just make the math teacher happy and write f of x
Oh, sorry.
equals 6x plus 2. I'm probably not going to mark that off unless you make me mad and I'm going to try to move. But that is the best way of writing. I don't know if it's right though. I haven't checked it. Did any of you get this? No? Oh, Brian,
Yeah.
you wrote, or you made distributive marks here, but you didn't
Oh.
distribute.
I see that.
So how does negative 3 here sound? Does that sound
Yeah,
better?
sounds better. Good looks.
Is that what?
Good looks.
Yep, 6x minus 3. Yep, right there. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, now we got the hard one. Is there anybody, I'm not gonna make somebody come up here and do this one, this is the hard one, but is there anybody who feels like, oh, I got this, I can do this?
So?
Number 5. Well,
Oh, Chase.
the framework, will look like that. Because it's an x squared, but we are moving it sideways and up and down. How are we moving it? The vertex is -1, -2. So how is it moving?
To the
Left
left
one,
up to.
which means x plus one.
Yes.
Won't that make it go left one?
Yes.
And then it's going down to minus two. You guys, that's what a parabola looks like, whose vertex is at -1, -2. Left one, down two. What's missing? That's basically the equation, except for the number out in front. And how are we gonna find that number? We're gonna plug in 3 for y and 2 for x. And we're gonna carefully do our arithmetic. 2 plus 1 is 3, squared is 9. Are we gonna combine that 9 and 2? Don't you dare, because that 9 is hooked to A. I'm gonna add 2. And it looks like the number out in front is 5/9. So our quadratic function looks like that. I would suggest, if you want to get that one right, that you spend some time practicing those. Go back over, go through them a few times until you get it figured out. All right. Number 6. How do I start?
Points.
My parentheses. And what are my parentheses going to be?
-2, -1, -0, 2, 0.
Okay, those are my points, so what will my parentheses
X
be?
minus 1.
X minus 2.
X
plus
three.
Plus 1,
X plus 2.
x plus 2,
X minus 0.
x minus 2. Now, again, those can be in any order. All right, so the order you put those doesn't matter. Make sure you understand why I have those parentheses. Everybody got it? What is the second thing I need to do?
Plug in the X and the
I don't plug in the x and y. First, I have to plug in my squares. Do I have any squares? Where is it? On the very first one, right? The first one I wrote down, x plus 1. Now, I'm going to figure out this number by plugging in 2 for y and 1 for x. This is why those squares are so important. 1 plus 1 is 2, but you don't write down 2 because you have to square it. So it's going to be 4. 3. These are multiplied. Multiplied. So it looks like I get 2 over 12 or -1/6.
Yeah.
So what do I write in the answer blank?
-1/6.
Not -1/6. I write -1/6 hooked to the rest of the equation. All right, we'll stop there. Next time I see you is Monday. On Monday. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll see you Monday.
On Monday, we'll finish this and do a little extra practice at the board. And then Tuesday is your test. Monday, we will also get back all of our quizzes that we took.